690 AM and 95.3 FM. Streaming at WSMN.live.
The views and opinions of the following show do not reflect those of WSMN, its owners, and/or associates.
Lisa and Robin are two fun friends diving deep into conversations where nothing is taboo. They believe in eating dessert before dinner and wearing the bikini. They're allergic to labels, authority, and cheap shoes. Currently, they're launching themselves through life being the good time, bold enough to take risks and inquisitively asking, what's next? They hail from New Hampshire, but they could be anywhere dressed in cute clothes. If they had to share a tombstone, it would read, "Curiosity killed these cats." Your hosts, Lisa and Robin, on the mic.
Good morning. Good morning. This is Lisa and Robin on the mic on WSMN, 1590 AM, 95.3 FM. You can watch, stream, and listen on WSMN.live as well as YouTube and Spotify. And guys, we have like 117,000 viewers on YouTube, and we've got like 78 subscribers.
I know.
Please, please, please.
Hit that subscribe button.
Again, Instagram, we've got 480, whatever,
And
followers.
if you would like to sponsor our show, please feel free to reach out.
We could have so much fun.
We can have your name just going right across the bottom of our beautiful show.
And we have so many fun business ideas.
Yes. Yes.
We don't have enough time or money for the businesses, so we'll throw them at your business. We're like,
And why are we in the dark this morning?
I don't know, I kind of like it.
I kind of like it too, but I'm like, wow, I feel like a little bit like I don't like curtains on the windows. Like, why
yes,
is it
because
closed?
we need sunshine.
But I like the lighting. I like the lighting part of it. And every time I go by, like, I've been walking on this road every day, and I look in the windows, and I'm like, why are their windows closed? Why are the curtains closed? Like, how can you live your life every day not opening your windows? Like, I go by every day, and it's still like it's living room windows. It's like it's not bedroom windows that you leave closed. I can see, like, maybe I could see why you would leave that. Like, maybe you just got out of bed and didn't open your curtains, but it's
well,
like,
we're full sunflowers.
I need to see.
There
the
are
outside.
people who are shade mossy, only growing on the barnacle side of the tree.
Shade monsters.
They're yes, shade monsters.
I don't like that.
We are not shade monsters.
do
We
not
would
like the
last
dark.
2 weeks. Well, I don't even know
I don't
if we'd
think I
last
could.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't.
So my idea of hell is a basement apartment.
Oh my God, yes.
So
Yes.
when I was apartment searching way back in the 90s, we did our 90s show last week, and I still haven't gotten out my 90s pictures. I've got to do that. My idea of hell was a basement apartment, which always had letters instead of numbers. And I was just like, I don't care. I don't care how cheap it is. I'm not living in the basement. I just can't. I cannot live in the basement. I would die. Someone would be like, why isn't she at work today? And I'd just be dead on the floor in my basement apartment from unknown causes. They'd be like, I'd be stumping the morticians. And what are they called when they do the bodies?
Embalm?
No, when you try to find the cause of death. Who are the people? Not morticians.
Oh my God.
This is advanced maternal
know.
age brain.
Especially after I took an allergy pill and my head's like, woo, swimmy. Like, wait.
Well, whatever. When I would challenge that poor dude who has to why open my chest, like, how did she die?
I know the answer to this.
I know the answer. I can see the book Stiff by Mary Roach.
Yes.
That I can pull to the front of my head, and it was all about that.
Kay Scarpetta, like when they would do.
Yes.
Like you would do, like it's CSI. Mortician.
That's who buries us. That's the one I said
Who
at first.
embalms you?
A certified physician, medical examiner, coroner. I was
Coroner. There you go.
looking for coroner.
Yes.
So I would stump the best coroner. Like if I lived in a basement
Yes.
apartment. That like, what happened to her? What happened? No cause of death. This doesn't
Right.
make any sense.
Right.
And it's just I expired from lack of sunshine.
Yes, I worked at a lab one time in Derry, and it was in the inside on the ground floor, no windows whatsoever. And I worked from like 6 to 10:30. So at 10:30 in the morning, I would walk outside, and it's sunny, and I'm like, wow. every day felt like a rainy day.
Yeah, you felt like you were living in a mushroom, like you were working in a mushroom, just coming out.
Yes.
to the
Yes. A cellar dweller. I can't do it.
Oh, yeah. So
My daughter's first year of college, she was in the basement, and she had one window in her room, and it had the metal thing outside that keeps like stuff from blowing in, and so you couldn't see anything except this metal piece in gravel, and you have to like kind of like tilt your head sideways and look up to like see the sky, and like no, couldn't do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
No, and I had it bad enough. We lived in a condo that was an end, so it had all the extra windows because it was the end, but it was north facing, so we never actually got direct sun into the unit, and that was like, well, now moving forward, I always have to check the direction of the sun when I'm moving into a place. Yeah, but we are full sunflowers.
Yes.
We are drought tolerant. Full sun,
Yes.
no shade,
Yes.
flowers.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Our flowers are popping. We have my the peonies are just gorgeous.
Ooh.
Oh, they're gorgeous. At Blue Montana, and I have these little, I don't even know what they're called, the little tiny purple, they're almost like little daisy kind of flowers. Not quite as many petals as the daisies, but you just see it. It's just, the English garden is just popping, and I'm like, man, I love this time of year.
We have mountain laurel.
Yes.
The whole property is like on the exterior and down the driveway, and they're all popping.
Oh.
And it's really funny because I thought, oh, we're not going to have a mountain laurel this year, because I just didn't see any of them popping.
Yeah.
And then they started, and I looked, and I was like, oh, it's June 15th. Every time I take a picture, like, look how great this is. It's June 15th or June 16th. So in my head, I thought, we're never going to make it, but it's not even time.
I feel like it's behind. I feel like we're behind.
Well, this is the thing I was talking to someone about. I think this happens every year because I feel like it's deja vu. Every year we start saying, oh, this is the summer. It's raining every weekend.
Yes.
That New England downer. I had a joke. I joked and I told it on this radio show to our listeners. I had a friend. I was like, oh, it's supposed to be a beautiful week. She's like, yeah, we'll see.
Yes.
And I was like, true New England. Yes.
Yes.
You hold your ground that you don't be positive about the weather, despite what the weather app says.
Right.
Because we've been burned by the meteorologists before. You don't take it. You don't just take what they say blindly. Good for
Right.
you. Look at me believing the optimism, right? And so I was saying that we do this every year. Oh, 13 weekends of rain. We do this every. But I think that's just spring.
Yes.
And despite the fact that in our head we should be into summer, we should be.
Yes.
Like,
in our
enough
head,
is
it's like,
enough.
all right, snow's gone. Let's have good weather.
But
we don't.
June 21st is the beginning of
We
summer. We
deny-
still are crappy, rainy spring.
We deny mud season.
We deny it. We act
I mean,
like
we literally have.
it's like the
dubbed it spring mud season, and we ignore it.
we ignore the fact that it exists, but it's in the corner the whole time trying to talk to us, and we're like, "No, I don't see you." But we're complaining, like it's not happening every year. It happens
Yes.
every year. I
Yes.
feel like if I got 54 of these, I'm like deja vuing. This seems like I've lived this day before.
I do remember last year we were like, do you know how many? Like my daughter was saying, do you know how many? It's rained like, I don't know. It was
13 weekends in a row last year.
Yes. Yes.
I still have it as a trauma that could be easily touched when I look out the window and it rains on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday. And that part of me goes, ah!
I know the Wolfman just popped my bubble. Like I haven't looked at the weather all week. And yesterday when we were on the radio show and he's like, it's supposed to rain this weekend. I'm like, what?
I'm like, they don't know.
How do you do that to me?
Well, and I also, when I see that and I'm about to get upset, I go, they don't know.
Yeah,
They don't know.
they
They
don't know.
pretend they know.
Yes.
They don't know. And they won't say we don't know.
And yesterday,
they start
actually-
predicting further and further into the future. Hey, I didn't get today right, but I'll tell you what 10 days from now.
And
looks
like idiots, we look.
and we're like, what? Hanging on their every word. What do you say?
Next Saturday there might be some sun.
When? Oh my God.
But we fall
Pay
for it.
attention. Watch them again. Are they changing it? Watch them. Watch them. Watch them.
We fall for it though.
I'm not.
I do.
I'm telling everyone, listeners, don't fall for it. Don't even look at it. Wake up in the morning, see what happens.
I have so much drama on the
Don't be,
weather.
Don't be upset in advance because what happens is you go, oh, I'm having a huge party on Saturday. I'm supposed to go. I hear it's going to rain. I'm upset in advance. And then I could wake up and it could be a nice day and the party's fine. And now I've just ruined Thursday
Yes.
and Friday
Yes.
unnecessarily.
Yes.
Because the name of today's show is Life Happens.
Life happens. Yes, it does.
And we've got to try to
We have this
protect it as much as possible from happening wrong.
Right. So don't trust the weatherman.
Don't trust
Don't
them.
look 10 days ahead.
Don't.
It's true. Even about the weather, but even in life, like in some ways, I think we spend so much time planning ahead and trying to think ahead that we get lost. We get lost in it.
Well, and I think every time something happens and I think my mother would not have tolerated this, right? My mother, like, how would my mother have, I almost want to, materialize her and just be like, okay, go. Do you love, you didn't like the boringness of life then, but it was slower.
That'd be cool. You could just hologram.
Yeah. What are we thinking? Take drugs.
Hey, what's your
Okay.
appoint-
Thanks, Mom.
And don't walk on the carpet.
There's
sit
no
on
more
the-
carpet. That's all hardwood. We took
Don't
care of that. We took care of that, Mom. It's gone. The carpets are gone. The carpets are gone. I fixed it, Mama, please.
I am surprised carpet still exists. Like, I get rugs, but just think about the stuff that gets trapped in there.
Oh, don't. Let's not.
Yeah,
Let's not. Because
yeah.
I'm an agoraphobe on a good day.
Because that is life.
Yeah, life happens, and carpets are disgusting.
Yes.
They're allergens. Allergens in the making.
The stuff that gets trapped, I mean, like, you don't have I don't think there is a vacuum cleaner that is made well enough to, like, suck all the stuff that gets in the
That was
carpet.
another thing about shopping for apartments in the 90s was the carpets. And
Everything was carpet. All
my
apartments
first
were
apartment
carpet.
was so my first apartment was clean in the fact that there were no bugs in it. Which when I was looking for apartments was a thing. And I couldn't live with I'll live in my car
Yeah.
before I live in a cockroach infested apartment. I'm living in my car.
Would you sleep in the back seat or the front seat?
I would be moving all over the car because, I'm a thrasher in bed too. Like when I get up, I have to put the corner of the sheet back on. I have to straight, I don't know what's happening. I'm just so I move around a lot. So I'm uncomfortable a lot. So I imagine it's going to be by the steering wheel all the way down, then across, 2 seats down this way, then both seats up, then me in the back, then me in the trunk pushing the 2 seats forward. I just imagine it's like a lot of that. But I was dead serious about, I'm not living in a place with cockroaches. And anything could happen at any time, and I was prepared to move at any time because I was like, I can't. I'm out. I can't. I'm out. And so that very first apartment was because I had a woman searching for me, and I was like, I can't live with bugs, and I'm not joking that I can't live with bugs. I'll break the lease tomorrow. I'll move all my stuff out. I'll never pay rent.
That's so
so your
funny,
responsibility is clean. And so she showed me this place, and the carpet was trampled down,
Ugh.
right?
Matted.
So matted that vacuuming wouldn't have lifted the
Yeah.
nothing. And there were those strips that connect the rooms that were just tacks because it had been worn.
Yeah.
So I just kept putting rugs over various places, right? But she goes, this, I'm like, this carpet. She goes, yeah, they're not going to change it because God forbid that. And then she said, but there's no bugs. She's like, it's clean. And I was like, well, I can take the nasty carpet. And I wore shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Except in the winter. In the winter, I wore slippers, but I just didn't let my feet touch it because it was nasty. But it was funny how when I look back at that apartment, I took photos of it. I was so proud of it. But everything had
Yes.
stuff over it. You had the
Yes.
couch. You get the nasty someone's grandmother's couch, and then you put all the couch covers over it
Yes,
to cover
yes.
it. And I have
Well, you do your thing.
7
It's like you're
million
nesting.
Yeah, I'm
like
nesting.
women nesting, or like you're trying to make it home.
But I loved my apartment because it was independence and freedom and autonomy, and I felt like such a big girl. I had my Pier 1 import stuff, which I had dyed my
Yes,
whole life
like,
to
oh,
have,
yes.
that kind of stuff. So, but it's funny, I still think of that carpet, and that was the thing for me. That was me. This is what I said to myself. It doesn't have bugs. You'll get over it. It's fine. And then I was just like, wear your shoes.
Gosh,
It's
my
fine.
first apartment, I never even thought about bugs. Like it just wasn't even on the radar. But
So I had a friend in 8th grade.
is this where your
I
bug
d-
trauma comes from?
Yes. And I don't know, listeners who have a bug thing, maybe for the next 30 seconds you cover your ears or lower the volume for a second and come back because this is quick and it's gross.
Oh,
So I lived in Somerville. I used to work down the street at Johnny's Food Master. It's the border of Arlington. So if you know that area on Broadway, Tail Square. And there was the Clarendon Hill high rises. They were the tallest thing in Somerville, probably. And I don't know, 25, 35, whatever, many stories. And I had a friend in school that lived in those apartments. And she lived on a lower floor. And she came to school without a uniform. And we went to private school. And it was like, oh, write her up, throw her out. She's not in plaid.
How dare you?
How dare she not be in plaid?
She's going to hell.
She had to escape her apartment with no things from her apartment because the ceiling above her is part of the floor, right?
above
Above
her.
her. It was so heavy with cockroach bodies that the ceiling
ceiling collapsed.
caved in and thousands of bugs went into her apartment. And they had to flee.
Jeez. How does that happen?
And then there was, remember Creep Show?
Yes.
There was so right at that same
Oh
time,
my gosh.
there was an episode of Creep Show where everything was white and the guy walked around with a canister of bug killer and there would be one cockroach on a white counter, so he was very brown and his
Yes.
antennas moving.
Yes.
And he gets sprayed, and the whole 8 minutes is him trying to like, where are these cockroaches coming from? And then at the end, they all like roll over his body. Between the girlfriend and then the visual
Creep show.
of Creep Show, freaked out for the rest of my life.
I get that.
So,
Ugh.
you know, that's why I'm a single family person.
Yeah.
single family house person
Yes.
because it's like I can keep these walls contained,
Yes.
right? I can keep these, and that's
I can
why
be in control of this.
in the condos, you know, it's like, do we have bug treatment? I want to see on my HOA. I want to see one of my HOA fees
How does
going
it get to that appointment? Pest control.
They've never treated, and never ever treated, and people.
But if it is in one apartment, like if it does that, you know it. They've got to be up.
Well, they move, so yeah. And we're not going to talk about it anymore because we're talking about nice things. But that's where my bug thing came from. But that was a main criteria. So one of the things that I used to appreciate about my mother was, well, we'll never have a bug because we're so clean, right? But then I was really freaked out at the possibility of getting them. I mean, to this day, I'll move out of a house. I don't care.
Yeah.
Why did you sell that house? It had a bug in it. And that's why I've always been a fan of pest treatment for the properties
Yes.
that I manage. Like, you have to have pest treatment. I don't
Yes.
want to. I don't want to hear anything. I want to hear $240 is too much for you. We got to keep this
Yeah.
controlled.
Yeah. Definitely.
One of the buildings we went to, it was walking on the wall in the middle of the day. Right. Oh, I'll tell this one story and then I won't tell anymore. So we're in. We go into this apartment building and there's bugs on the wall, and I'm like, huh, and like I'm immediately like,
Yeah.
if they get in my hair with the
Ugh.
curls, right? And then I open the refrigerator, in the refrigerator, and then someone opens the door, and they were upside down on the door jamb, and then it fell on the ground. And I told my client, I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts. When you're done, meet me at Dunkin' Donuts.
Call me.
And I went to Dunkin' Donuts.
That's a great realtor right there.
Well, I mean, a lot of my clients, I sell
Yeah.
multiple things.
Yes,
like, I
yes.
have long-term relationships
Yes.
with. So he was just like, see you later. Like,
See
he
ya.
wasn't even
Yes.
offended in the least.
Yes.
He wasn't like, aren't you going to stay? You know, what's the problem? And so he goes, wow, you really can't handle that. I'm like, no. When I say you got to do bug treatment, it's because I cannot handle that.
I know. Well, those couple of properties that you and I looked at, well, with Chris, and you're like, hey, meet us here, and like, we're gonna go down in the basement.
And that's another reason why I'm not a big basement
I
person.
can't do the basement. Like,
Yeah.
if it looks like you're walking down into a horror, like I couldn't do it, and I couldn't go to sleep at night peacefully knowing that that's down there.
Well, sometimes I'll tell
The
my
rickety
clients.
stairs, and it's like the stone, and it's dirt. And
I have great clients. Like,
Dark.
they'll say something, go look at this house for me. They know I'm not going 90% of the time, depending. I mean, if it's a single family home and it's normal, like your basement, I'll go to your basement. I'll go to my basement, right? But there's some places I'm not going to the basement. But my clients will say, I know you're not going to the basement. Can you just go take a peek at this? I know you can, like, but they know in advance because sometimes I'll see properties with them and they'd be like, are you coming down? And I'm like,
No.
I have to work the rest of the day and I'm going to have a cobweb on me. And I'm going to have to go home and shower and restart, and my whole day will be ruined. And they laugh like, oh, she's so funny.
Yeah.
I'm not
forgot.
joking.
I don't know that I was thinking about that house where the
It was like there was a fire up top.
no the work truck was in the driveway, like a tree trimming or something, like he was in the driveway. The garage was, the garage you pulled up and you pulled down into the garage.
Oh, yes.
And it had like the house is like falling apart in the back, and like
And they
there's
had like
just
water
so much-
infiltrating underneath there, and there was like
Yes, and
leaves.
you guys are like gonna go down in the basement. I'm like, the thing is leaking, and I'm like, I can't even believe you did it. Like,
Well, that one, I knew that it had been vacant long enough. I knew there's probably not bugs, like maybe the chance of spider stuff. But they also had the entrance through that garage outside, so there was like we could open and have daylight. So there was a couple of things going on there.
but like, even if something moved down there, like some kind of animal would get in there. But
So if someone's like rat or cockroach, I'd be like rat, and that's disgusting.
yeah,
But people say, I just saw a vet on Instagram say rats are great pets.
what? No, ugh,
Imagine.
no. I don't, no.
I know we get on disgusting topics every once in a while. We're gonna get off that.
Well, it's funny how we were thinking about going back to the 90s, like you talking
Yeah.
about my first apartment. Like, I think I asked you last week, like, there's a time and a place where you just have to do something.
Yes.
Like writing a book.
Yep.
If you knew all the steps that were involved, you'd never move. And I was talking, actually, we were talking to our son the other day, and I'm like, looking back at your experiences, I moved in my first, not my very first apartment, and I was there very short term. My boyfriend, his mom at the time, had found me a place near them. Well, let's just say I got kicked out of my house because I broke the hot tub thing, and it was kind of one of those excuses. It was not. It was
They were looking for a reason.
yes,
And they were like, oh, thank God we had this one.
yes. And I think about, wow, parenting is so different. Like, everybody that I know has a lot of trauma about when they've left their nest.
Yes. Forcefully?
Yes. But it was kind of like, okay, you're 18, you're done. Bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
And,
I don't
and you
care.
kind of were like, I don't want to be around these people anyways.
yes. Yes.
So it's kind of mutual.
It's not like that anymore. But
No.
I remember, like, having to find a place to live very quickly. And you didn't think about, like, oh, okay, I have to do this, 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 and this, and where am I going to live? And you never thought about that. My first apartment was, it was in a rural town. It was like off of this dirt road in this McMansion. It was all brick colonial. It was very Virginia plantation kind of a house. Well,
Gone with the Wind?
Well, these people were professors in New York, and this was their second home. And they would come and spend summers, and they would spend weeks there. And they had an apartment in the basement, and it was a walkout. You could walk. You walked in, and so it was ground level. So I had windows and stuff, but it literally was, like the hollow core doors. It was like the basement floor was painted.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's concrete.
yeah, and you could tell it was definitely a makeshift. Like, you could tell that they just put these
A partition.
yes, walls up, and I'm like, wow. And just the counter, it was a countertop with no cabinets. It was just curtains underneath it. And I'm like, oh, I can't believe that I would go to bed at night thinking, like,
This is fine.
well, like, what the hell am I doing?
Right. Well, and also, we're young. You're young, and we also. I didn't come from it's not like I'm coming from the house I live in and had to go move into an apartment. Because I grew
Yeah.
up with parents who
Yeah.
had a really nice place. I lived in a triple decker. I was used to living with lots of,
yeah,
multiple families.
yeah.
It was what you were used to. But I remember after the Somerville house, I moved to Malden, and this studio is so reminiscent of that apartment for me because it was a 1-bedroom apartment and it had a turret.
Oh. Did you put your bedroom in there?
I put my living room in there
Oh.
because the walls didn't make a,
Yeah.
and I wanted to spend my awake time there, not my sleep time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I loved that apartment.
Yeah.
And I loved this because I loved the round room. It was visually interesting to me. And it was a little turret because the rest of the house was all flat except for this third floor turret that went upstairs. I loved that apartment. And it's really funny because my sister-in-law came with me once, because I was just starting to date. No, John and I were dating at that point. And she came to my house and she's young. Don't forget, she's 14 years younger than me.
I was going to say, how old was she?
She was under 10. And she says, I remember your apartment with that beautiful round room. Because we'll go something and I'm like, oh, I love that. She goes, because of the round room.
Yeah.
And she's still, because she goes, and I remember thinking when I grow up, like, oh, I really like that place. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, thank God you didn't see my Somerville place. You would have been like, oh. But how funny it is that I loved that first apartment because of what it represented.
Yeah.
And it was mine.
Yeah.
To have something that's yours,
Yes.
it's great.
Yeah.
And looking back, very, very fun. But I remember really annoying my roommate because she would leave dishes in the sink for long periods of time. And I'm like, that's how you get bugs. Is
Yes.
food out. You can't have food out. And so we had a couple of...
That's funny. I never thought
Because sometimes I was always doing the dishes, and then she was never doing the dishes, so that became a thing.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, you care. I don't care. Let them sit in the sink. And I'm like, I care because I don't want bugs. I'm not caring because I'm like, nothing in the sink.
Well, that would be me.
Right. But I wasn't doing it from that purpose. I was cleaning for, let's
yeah.
keep this place. It's currently bug-free. Let's make it future bug-free. And every time I'm like, in my head, I tell myself, I'm not in the mood.
Pre-game.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'm in the mood. And I'm like, let's just be in the mood.
Wait, so do you guys have pest control?
We don't need it, but when we had pest control for mice
Yeah.
when we first moved in, and that was taken care of. And we got a cat, so
We spray. I'm all for chemicals.
yeah. A third nipple, no problem, bug free.
Yes.
We should have a pest control company
Amen.
as our sponsor.
Yes.
That would truly
Yes.
be. We truly believe in you.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't worry about it in this place. But when we were talking about the 90s, was there anything that you're like, oh yeah, once you started really thinking about it?
Well, I think I sent you a lot of pictures, and the pictures that I went through, it was like, wow, just such a weird time. Just such a weird time is like
We were before technology, really.
yeah. I mean, literally, if your car broke down, you were hiking somewhere.
See, one of the first things I got was AAA.
See,
You know why?
well,
Because
you
my
were an
car,
adult.
I had to be at 3 jobs. I didn't have time for my car to break down.
Yeah.
And I had to be at school.
But that was one of the things, I never even thought about it. Like, it wasn't even on my radar to think ahead. Like, oh, you should get your oil changed, or you should do this, or,
Yeah, oil
I mean,
change came later.
My dad was there. I ran out of gas one time, and I will never do it again.
Yeah. The AAA was a big deal to me because I had a Chrysler, and in the rain, this little flap would stick and it wouldn't start. So I literally, for the AAA tow truck in my home area and at one of my works, I knew the people because they'd be like, we don't have to tow it. We just have to spray the little thing with this.
See, I would have been like, I think I would have been like, no, I can't afford it.
It was $50. Well, now it's $50. I think at the time it was $35. I use that so much. I use AAAs not to be towed, to be fixed on the side of roads. You have a flat tire? I'm not getting out and changing my
Yeah.
tire. I call AAA. Well, that was part of the problem too. We didn't have cell phones.
Yes.
But I can't tell you how many times I'd go to start my car, run back upstairs, call AAA, wait upstairs, tell work I was going to be 15 minutes late. AAA would come, fix my car, I'd run down and go out. I still have AAA to this day.
That I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I didn't have car problems. Like, because I don't know. I mean, I guess I probably would have called my dad.
My dad's not handy. So we used to joke that
I
my
don't
dad
know- I
thinks
don't
there's
know that my dad
alligators.
was- I don't know that my dad was handy either. I just would have called my dad. It would have been like that was like
I never
having
relied-
AAA was too much of an adult for me.
Oh, that's interesting. To me, it was like get out of jail free.
I probably didn't even know it existed.
Yeah.
But you're thinking about I'm like 19, 18,
Yeah,
19.
I'm 19 too. And someone must have told me about it. I don't know how I found out about it. I wasn't watching TV to get advertising. I don't know how I knew either. But when the cost thing, when they were like, "Oh, it's this much," I'm like, I'm going to use that in the first month.
Done.
Done. And then you get towed once a year. You're like,
Yeah, free
done.
mechanic.
I have a free mechanic that comes to my house where I work. I have several mechanics. I have a whole team. And you could too.
Yes.
And I think that's the part.
Big
like,
advocate for AAA.
to this day, I have it. So I think that's one of the things about adulthood was like, you got to figure this out. You got to figure out,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at all of these
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah.
Got to figure this stuff
Yes.
out.
Yeah.
And so that's why I look at businesses that solve problems like AAA, like they're godsends. Like, thank
Yes,
God for these
yes.
businesses.
Yeah. Wow. That's funny.
Yeah.
You
So
are way more an adult than I was. I
Well-
think I was just like by the seat of my pants.
to me, it was always about like solving the problem in money.
Yeah.
It was always like, okay, I need financially to figure this out. And when you started doing the math, it was like, like I said, AAA took a loss on me from at least until I got rid of that car. they were, and I remember one of the AAA guys was like, all you have to do, I go, I'm not going to do it. I'm not breaking my nail trying to open the, I'm not going to do it. He
Not
goes,
doing it?
but you could just do it. I'm not going to do it. I am not.
That's why I pay you.
That's why I'm AAA. But he was like, this is such a simple thing that you could fix. But I'm not.
I'm
Stubborn.
I'm your best member.
Stubborn girl. She's just stubborn.
I would do that.
You know, because in my head I was like, this is no longer my problem. This is now your problem.
Yes.
I pay you for it to be your problem. Don't put it back on me and make it my
I
problem.
pay $35 a month for you to come
No,
see me.
$35 a year.
A year.
Go back to you.
That's a good deal. I would have done that.
See?
Yeah.
And it was funny
I would've
because
done that.
if someone's like, oh, I can't afford it, don't drink for 2 weekends, you can afford it.
Right.
I would
Right.
have, don't smoke 2 less cigarettes a day. Like,
Yeah.
figure out whatever it is
Yeah.
that you're spending your money on
Yeah.
and just
Don't
get
eat
by.
fast food.
Don't, just only wear
Yeah.
mascara, no makeup till whatever. Like, figure it out. Steal pads and tampons from work at the little thing.
Yes.
Get yourself $35. Get yourself AAA.
Yes. And when you're starting out, like, I mean, there's extra roll of toilet paper in the bathroom at Arby's or Chick-fil-A.
When you're desperate.
Yes. Save money.
That's another thing I'm terrified of running out of toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
And
Yes.
paper towels. I am such a paper towel
I have to stop
fiend.
and get paper towels on the way home.
I'm such a paper towel fiend.
I used to never use paper towels as much as I do, but now, like I burn through paper towels.
So, Val, myself, and John use so much paper towels that my brother-in-law is like, "What do you think happened with you guys?" Like,
Drama.
he's like, "You don't rip off like a paper towel. You go, vrrr."
Yes.
You've got like
Yes.
this towel of a paper towel." Because he's like, "Oh my God, you're using so much paper towel." Because we're like whipping it.
Yes.
But the three of us.
And if I do if I do the paper towels and I'm cleaning the windows and I've done the windows and like I'm walking through like, all right, where else? My paper towel's still good. Where can I do it? I will put it under the sink back with my
Really?
stuff because it's like, well, I've got 10 of them now in a big ball and I've literally only used like 1 or 2. I can't bring myself to throw it away. So I'm like,
You're always just redusting with it.
I'll put it back under there and I'm like, oh,
I'll use this later.
yes.
And my friend.
But I don't save aluminum foil.
Okay, good.
I don't roll that stuff up and I don't put it back and
Yeah.
do that. But I'm like, well, I probably pull it off a little bit too much paper towel than I should have.
So you have a responsible use.
Back
so
under the sink.
I have a friend who will not doesn't even have paper towel in her house because she doesn't know how to responsibly use it. And so she's like, I can't afford a mortgage and paper towels. So she has these like microfiber sponges and stuff.
Yes.
And when I go over her house, I'm always like I washed my hands. Like, where's your paper towels? And she's
Yes.
like, no, use this. I'm like, okay. I just wanted to use 8 paper towels.
I know. I've got like 3 dish towels right there in the kitchen.
I have 10 dish
but the
towels.
thing
in
is,
the
if I
kitchen.
wash my hand, I always go for the paper towels.
You know why? Because it's really dry.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then I can throw it away.
Yes.
I love throwing it away. I love throwing
There's
the paper
just
towel.
some satisfaction of like done.
Clean, done.
Yes, done.
Yeah. So it was funny because when I was thinking more about like the 90s, I was like, oh, goodness gracious. That was such a different time
Yeah.
than we live in now because nobody knew we were where we were. And we didn't have to answer to anybody. Think of how many times in a day you go, sorry, I missed your call. Sorry,
Yes.
sorry I wasn't
Yes.
available for you when you farted out an idea and you wanted to talk to me. And I got to apologize. Oh, I missed you. Right? And so we just owed no one
Yes.
nothing. Double negative. We did not owe anyone anything to make it
Yes.
a positive.
It was kind of that. Yes.
There was such a freedom. It's not like you have to tell someone, sorry, I didn't get you. I was on the toilet. Yeah. And then
Right.
everyone's like, come on, I know you bring the you bring your phone in the toilet.
Right.
It's like, do you want to hear what's in the toilet?
Right.
Just wait until I get out. I want to hear it. I tried to reach you. And then I called you, and then I texted you, and then I emailed
Right.
you, and then like, oh my God.
There's so many ways. But yeah, when did
The redundancy.
It's like we became our own prisoners. Like we had a so going back to like we lived in an era where you just had to figure it out.
Or didn't.
Oh, right.
But
you
there's a
just
lot
did
of things
it.
I didn't figure out.
But you just did it.
Yeah.
And now I feel like we just sit. Sometimes we just sit and we make no move because we can't figure it out. Back
Because there's
then-
almost too much information.
yes. But
And it's
back then it's like
paralyzing.
you just have to you had to figure it out.
Or you just went, we'll figure it out as we go. That used to be a saying.
Yes. Yes.
What's the plan? We'll figure it out as we
Yes.
go. To just be planless. I mean, some things you need a plan for, or you're not going to.
Yes.
Like if you're sailing on the
Yes.
open ocean, you need a map.
Yes.
You need to be tacking. You need a compass. You need to know where you're going. But also, don't be paralyzed by not knowing the exact route. And then kind of about life
Well, I think-
happens.
yes. It was more
Who
of a
knows?
willingness to take a chance on yourself.
Because you didn't know any better.
Well, you didn't know any better, but you didn't have a choice either in some ways.
But you also
I mean, well, you
weren't
did. Either you sit and stay in your,
crap.
I was gonna say misery, but like maybe it's not misery, but you stay in your stress, you stay in your thing, you stay in the ugly. But we just felt like no, it wasn't. Like I mean, I got my first apartment. It was a crappy apartment. It was
Yeah.
nasty. I knew that like no, I'm not going to live here. I'm not going to do this. So my second
And
apartment.
then you were incentivized to, I need a better apartment.
right, right.
Because a lot of times you didn't know what you needed to know until you knew what you're like, oh,
Right.
I need a better apartment. I
Yes.
need I need to
Oh, I need this.
I need to do this. I need to do this. I need
Yes.
to do this. Yeah. And
I think we stopped being that way to some degree.
Well-
I think we stopped taking risk and chances on ourselves and saying, well, I'll just figure it out.
And I think we are so distracted. I'm distracted.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I have a timer on my phone that tells me you've been on social media for 15 minutes, and it says 1 more minute, ignore for the day, or ignore for 15 minutes. Because it's like a time warp.
Yes.
It's like I'm in the Millennial Falcon, and we go whoosh, and 2 hours goes by, and I'm in a different place. But I'm in the same place.
Yes.
The 2 hours went by.
Yeah.
But that time dilation of when I'm really happy and doing something, how time moves, and then when I'm not doing something I like, how time moves, and then the distraction, escapism, how time moves. So that is when people start talking about I was thinking,
I don't
gonna-
have time.
yeah. I'll go back to the time thing in a second, but I was joking around that there's a tiny baby bunny like not even as big as my hand, just baby bunny, and he hops out, and I'm like, there's probably 40 of them, right? And my cat,
You're not alone, Peter Rabbit.
yeah, and my cat is like, just shaking with fury, and I know he's saying, I would kill you if I wasn't. But this fifth dimension, which is just the glass,
Keeps me separated.
it keeps us separated, keeps you alive on that side and me on this side. But whatever dimensional portal this is, if I can get by this dimensional portal, you were dead. I'm going to kill you with my softness and your softness.
So we've had these baby. So I said it yesterday. We have these baby birds. We have a bird, catbirds, that are living outside of our French doors, and they are incessantly like singing,
Calling.
squawking, like constantly.
They're talking
like,
of birds.
Oh, you got to be kidding! No, they're back and forth. Both parents are like heavily engaged in bringing.
Did you get the
these
worms?
babies.
Did you get the worms? Go give them
Yes.
worms. Give them worms. Did you get the worms? I got a worm. This is all they're saying.
It is. It is like.
Make sure she doesn't leave the
Alert,
nest.
alert. So yes, so the cats.
cat.
So the cats are sitting there, like both of them. Both of them will perch outside. Now Milo is, taken upon himself to climb up the tree to get it. But when now the cats, I'm like, look, they're in a cage. The cats have a big cage, but that's how they see it. Like they will sit there and stare at you if you're outside. Like I was in the pool yesterday. And both of the cats are like, all you see is these little ears, and you see 4 little angry eyes staring at you.
You're like, how did you get outside?
Yes, and they say, cats don't have just let me out.
What are you doing?
They're in prison. And I'm like, but man, that is a big prison for
It's
you
a
to be in.
beautiful, comfy prison.
You have all these rooms, you have all this territory and terrain, like elevation changes and everything can go through.
It should
like-
be really a great spot for you. You have 400 places to sleep and hide,
Yes. All these different places to explore, like
and they're not into
no,
it.
and they're just staring at you like, why don't you let me out? Would you let me out? And I'm like, you can't get away from it. So then as soon as you open the door, they start meowing at you, like crying at you. Please let me out. And I'm like, I can't escape it. Because the catbirds, they sound like meowing, and the cats inside it sound like meowing. Like,
I just want peace and quiet.
yes.
This isn't the sounds of nature you were looking for?
No.
No?
How about a songbird?
Oh, yeah.
Not a screeching bird.
like
It
crows.
always sounds
kinda
like,
scream.
get here.
Yeah.
It's like the kid. It's like the mom in the store that's like always yelling at her kid.
Mhm.
That's what it sounds like in my head. Ah, squawk, squawk,
Yeah.
squawk. Can't do it. I'm like, no, I don't like birds right now.
Right. And you're very sensitive at the moment because life's happening.
Yes, life is happening.
And this is one thing on your last nerve. Remember that used to be a
Because you're gonna be
saying?
yes,
You were getting on my last
Yes.
nerve.
yes,
I'm gonna bring some of these back.
yes. I'm trying to think of other '90s sayings.
I'm gonna bring back. You're getting on my last nerve.
You're plucking my last nerve, man.
You're stepping on it. Get off.
Now it's the F word. I got no F's to give.
Yep. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. But I do think back to the time piece. I think back on my relationship with time, my parents' relationship with time, grandparents' relationship with time. Remember how long it was till Christmas? Now I'm like, oh my God, 6 months of the year is gone.
Yes.
I'm like, it's June. Where did 2026 go? I saw something and they told me it was 2030. And I was about to pick up the phone and call them and say, why are you giving me? And then I was like, oh, that's not that far away. 2030 is not
Yes.
that far away.
Christmas
How freaky
felt like
is that?
a lifetime. And
It-
now it's like, what?
From Thanksgiving to Christmas
Yes.
felt like
Yes.
42 months.
And now you feel like you're just scrambling. Like,
And
oh
now
my God.
I'm like, it's almost the end of June. It's gonna be the end of June tomorrow
Okay.
or 3 weeks from now.
Most memorable and nostalgic phrases of the 90s. As if.
Yes.
As if. Talk to the hand.
Yes. We got to bring that back.
All that in a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
Take a chill pill.
Oh,
Did you ever say that? Take
I
a
wasn't
chill
very
pill.
Valley girl.
Da bomb. Oh, snap. Not.
Not. Yeah, I definitely said not.
You're so cool. Not.
Because that was the part of that sarcasm. Like, if you're not getting my sarcasm, I'm going to throw in a huge not in there.
Not.
Not.
I like you. Not. My bad.
Yes.
I still say my bad.
I still say my bad, too.
And bugging?
Bug out, maybe?
No, bugging. Like weird, crazy, overly stressed. Oh, I'm bugging
Why you
out.
be bugging? Why you be bugging?
I was like, well, I don't remember saying that one.
Yeah, but I think of like,
Take a chill pill.
think of I mean, your mom's still alive, so I know she's navigating, but I think we've just made, life has sped up so exponentially.
Yeah.
And I'm not, first of all,
Don't even go there.
okay.
That was a 90s one.
Yeah.
Psych. We did that
Yes,
one.
yes.
No, so what were we saying? I was
Um,
down that bunny trail. Rabbit hole.
I was thinking about, like, they're pushing, this one direction. And then I'm like, I'm not going to go. And I feel this way because, remember, I think this movie's from the 90s. I'm not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Do you remember that one?
No.
Was it Beverly Hills Cop?
Oh, yes. I
Okay.
think that was Beverly Hills Cop.
So the first time he falls for the banana in the tailpipe, right? Because he doesn't know there's a banana in
Yes.
the tailpipe. And you're going to have to fact check me on banana in the tailpipe coming from Beverly Hills Cop. Wear your glasses.
I know, right?
But so we are promised, there's this promise.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yes. There's a promise, and it's like, oh, did you deliver on your promise? No. But this next promise, this promise is going to fix the promise you didn't deliver on the last promise. And then, no. Oh, we need a software update. That's going to fix the promise that didn't fix the promise that was the first promise
Right.
that we didn't fix. I sort of feel like that's what's happening. I do not want to go back to landlines, right?
I don't either.
But I want it to stop ruling my life. I want to control the phone.
Yes.
So this new thing, the other day, I go out with my friend, and she's like, do you want to go thrifting? And I'm like, sure, I'll go thrifting. And she's like, you don't want to go thrifting. Do you want to go to the nursery? I go, yeah, I want to go to the nursery. I'm really,
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And so she's like, okay. And she says, put in Hingham Nursery. I put in Hingham Nursery into map, and then I hit start because Hingham Nursery comes up. And I'm like, oh, yeah, 19 minutes. And she goes, huh? No. Like, I don't know if I'm taking a left or right at the end of the street.
Right.
Right? And I go, oh, well, this says it's 11 miles away. She goes, no. So I put Hingham Nursery, hit start, and Childhood something center comes up in Hingham. And I'm like, what's happening? A sponsored ad is being filled in into my
GPS.
GPS. Why is anyone sponsoring an ad for GPS? If I search nursery, shouldn't other nurseries in the area come up? Not some
Right.
childhood, whatever the thing was, and I can probably make it come up again.
Daycare.
And so then now she's driving and also having to look it up because I'm looking it up, but I keep because she's like, "Are you on Google Map? Like, what are you on?" And I'm like, "I'm on a sponsored ad. Is what I'm on." Now, is this the safest thing for us to be happening in our life? 48,000 people die a year on average in cars.
Yes.
I
Don't
bet
do
this is-
sponsored ads.
I think this is 50% of the problem. I'm going to throw it out there. And then someone I was just talking to the other day was like, oh yeah, AI gave me 3 different sets of directions. None of them were right. And I got lost. So when everyone's like, AI is going to save us, thank
Oh my
God.
God,
It's
no.
not. Don't believe them.
No.
And we don't need AI to do schoolwork. We did the schoolwork. Like when you're like, oh, but it'll help the kids do their homework. Let the kids do their homework or don't give them school.
Right.
You know what?
Right.
Have them all go back to 1850 when at 9, they use their little fingers to do tool work.
Yeah.
And like, if you're going to send your kid to a $250,000 4-year degree so they can use AI to get through their school,
Right, to
save
get
yourself
through life.
$250.
Yeah, to get through life.
Just buy them a house.
Yeah.
Call Lisa at Realtyscape for that. Shameless
603.
plug. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Listeners, I hope you
true.
know we're having a good time today
Yes.
because life does happen.
Yes.
And life is happening faster and faster and faster, but is it going in the direction
That you want it to go.
that we want it to go?
And taking control of your own life.
Yeah, I feel
Instead
very
of
pushed.
being controlled by circumstances.
I feel two things are happening. I feel like I'm in the Disney line. It's 98 degrees.
Yes.
I'm not quite at the part where I'm under the shade for the line, and people keep cutting, and then someone's pushing from the back.
You're in the fast pass line. You pay extra for the fast pass line.
But people are cutting,
and you're still waiting
so my
hours.
someone was recently at Disney, and they said that they were paid more to do the fast pass, but every time there was a person with kids, a single person, whatever, they were letting them go in front.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they held up their fast pass, and they were like, "I should be before all these people."
Right.
And they were like, "Oh, well, this or well," and they're like, "Why did I pay for this?"
Right. It becomes marketing. Like, well, gosh, we haven't been to Disney in years, but when they first introduced the fast pass, it was like perfect. It was right because you literally could just
Pass the line.
pass the line, and now
And
it was
they
like
ruined it.
handicap strollers. Like, why do you need your kid in a stroller in the line? Like, because now it's like you're taking all the kids. Like, we got
Is this kid big enough to go on this ride? Get out.
no, but they have them sit there because they're in line for so long. But it was like you're letting people go by. So, like, the last time that we went, gosh, I think that my kids were 10 last time I
Okay.
went. And we got the fast pass, and we were in line for just about the same time as it was for the
regular
regular
line.
line. And I'm like, this is so. I can only imagine now that it's
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't
10
know.
plus years later.
I think I feel pushed and rushed to go in a direction I don't want to go.
Yes,
But I feel like they're like, hurry. If you don't get there, you're going to die. And it's
Yes.
like, I'm not.
well, we kind of created it. Like, hurry up.
I
you
didn't
know.
create it, though.
No, but no.
But I don't like, how do the, me's and the you's, you're pretty much, not falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
We'll be back.
Stay tuned. You are listening to Lisa and Robin on the mic on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM. You can watch, stream, and listen on WSMN.live. We're talking about how life happens. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from 200 Main Street in the beautiful and historic Masonic Building. This is WSMN 1590 AM and WSMN 95.3 FM, Nashua. Streaming live at WSMN.live.
USA Radio News, I'm John Summers. President Trump has a warning for Iran.
There will be more bombing tonight. It'll be a bigger, more powerful.
Speaking on Fox and Friends, Trump said Iran is in submission, but they just don't know it yet. Posting on Truth Social today, the president said an operation to assume total control of Iran's oil and gas markets, along with the infrastructure, would be taking place at some point in the not-too-distant future. That, according to Trump, would include seizing Iran's Karj Island. The Producer Price Index, a general measurement of how much it costs to make products, rose 1.1% month over month in May. It's the same increase seen in April and above market expectations of 0.7%, according to numbers out today from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Rising gasoline prices drove much of the increase. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says he has a warning for Cuba if it seeks weapons that can be used offensively against the U.S. Hegseth says the Trump administration won't tolerate any threats against the homeland.
So our message to Cuba is don't get into that game. Don't get into the game where you're threatening Americans or the American homeland because that won't go well for them.
Hegseth visited the U.S. base at Guantanamo Bay before his stop at U.S. Central Command Wednesday. He says Cuba's government is facing big decisions, and sometimes leaders make the wrong decisions under pressure. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates called his meeting with Jeffrey Epstein a grave error in judgment.
Gates appeared for closed-door testimony before the House Oversight Committee on Wednesday, where he faced questions about his relationship with the late financier. According to Gates, he never victimized anyone. He also said he never witnessed or had any indication that Epstein was engaged in ongoing criminal conduct. I'm Mark Mayfield.
From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Business owners, are you paying high phone bills for old school systems and lousy service? StrongTel cuts your phone bills in half and turns every phone you own into a feature-rich business system. Sean Roddy, CEO of Hennings Brothers Drilling, had this to say: "We've been a StrongTel customer for over 10 years. It's great, and even includes an intercom with video to our equipment yard. I can watch live from anywhere with my smartphone. I'd recommend StrongTel to anyone. Never miss a customer call again with your StrongTel business system. StrongTel is a proud iTex partner and always welcomes your iTex dollars. You'll get award-winning StrongTel service, a business-class phone system, and cut your phone bill in half. Visit strongtel.com. That's StrongTel, StrongTel.com. It's StrongTel.
It's day 2 of the Rainbow Push Convention on Chicago's South Side. This is the first time the annual event is held since the passing of Jesse Jackson Sr. His son Yusuf is now at the reins as president of Push. Things kicked off yesterday with a focus on the youth, featuring panel discussions, entertainment, and a basketball tournament. The convention continues until Saturday at Push headquarters. The man charged in last year's Charlotte, North Carolina light rail stabbing is found incompetent to stand trial.
DeCarlos Brown Jr. is accused of killing Ukrainian refugee Irina Zarutska on a light rail train back in August of 2025. He appeared in federal court Tuesday morning. During the hearing, Brown interrupted proceedings multiple times with outbursts. Federal Judge Kenneth Bell ruled that Brown did not understand the proceedings against him and would be unable to assist in his defense. However, doctors believe his mental capacity can be restored with psychiatric treatment. The judge ordered Brown to be hospitalized for up to 4 months for evaluation. I'm Joe Morano.
Lawyers for a black Texas high school track star who killed a white opponent appealed his murder conviction. Carmelo Anthony fatally stabbed Austin Metcalf during a fight at a competition last year in the Dallas suburb of Frisco. A jury sentenced him to spend 35 years behind bars. He's housed in isolation, according to authorities who didn't give a reason why. I'm John Summers, USA Radio News.
iLocal.net is offering a free website analysis to improve the online presence of your business. Business owners across the U.S. turn to iLocal.net to improve their search engine rankings. Search engines are constantly changing their algorithms. You need the professionals who know how to use those changes to benefit your business. Don't hope for new customers. Get found and be chosen. Visit iLocal.net /